foods, the right time, the right amount, and the right combinations of foods. So,
That's good.
excited about what you can learn tonight.
am.
That's great. So let's start talking about the right foods to eat, okay? Now, when your body is under stress, the hormones that get the body ready for stress, especially adrenaline and cortisol, what they do is that they cause the body to release stored sugar to give your body the energy to either fight or flee, right? Now, once your body has used up that energy, it needs to be replaced. And how we do that is very, very important. Because in our culture, especially with our kids, the largest source of calories that they're getting in their diet on a daily basis now, where do you think it's coming from?
Sugar.
Sweeteners, absolutely right. Now, some people might say, okay, well, if my blood sugar is down, I'm going to eat sugar to get my blood sugar up. You think that's a good idea?
No.
No,
Why?
it sends it too high,
Yeah, that's right.
too quick, too high.
The problem with refined sugar, whether it's sucrose or glucose or any of those sugars, is that they hit the bloodstream very, very, very quickly. And the faster your blood sugar goes up, the more insulin your pancreas secretes. Insulin tells the cells to absorb. And so the faster the blood sugar goes up, the more insulin is produced, the faster the blood sugar will come down. So what you're doing is you're yo-yoing your blood sugar by eating sugars for fuel, right? So when we talk about the right foods to help manage energy are foods that bring the blood sugar up slowly, but keep the blood sugar up longer. Because glucose is the main fuel of the cells of the body. Now, some cells will burn fat, the heart can burn fatty acids, but the brain and the muscle cells and the majority of the cells of the body use glucose to make something called adenosine triphosphate. This is the energy currency of the cells. This is what the cells use to produce energy, and it comes from glucose. And so that's why some people get in this false idea that in order to get glucose for energy, you have to eat a lot of sugar. And that's just not true. In fact, in our society, that's what's gotten us into a lot of trouble with things like hypoglycemia and diabetes, right? With these overconsumption of sugars and sweeteners, they've caused a disruption of our blood sugar. So when we talk about the right foods, carbohydrates are the foods that produce energy the quickest. Now, where do we get carbohydrates from? What foods are carbohydrate foods?
Grains.
Grains, right? Grains and starchy foods.
I was going to say, starches, so
Yeah, so there's,
starchy vegetables,
yeah, so vegetables in general are carbohydrates.
breads,
Yeah, so those are starchy foods. And what's the third one? So vegetables, grains of starches, and fruits. That's right. Those are the main foods that are carbohydrate foods. Sweeteners of any kind are considered carbohydrates as well. But if they're simple carbohydrates, they hit the bloodstream too quick. So the best source of energy for our body are complex carbohydrates.